Okay, we're going to solve systems of equations. What is the first step? You need to make sure what? Okay, y'all aren't going to talk because y'all are being recorded. The first step is to start with your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is what? -8. So you're going to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put your point. Then what do? What's your slope? 1. So you're going to go up and right, up and right, and the more points you have, the more accurate your line is going to be. Okay? Alright, now we're going to draw our line. Make sure it's going straight through the points. Alright, what about our second line? What's the y-intercept? 1, so you're going to put your point at 1. And then your slope is -2, so you're going to go up or down? Good. Down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, and there's our solution right there at that ordered pair. So graph your line. What happens if they don't cross? What's your answer? It'd be no solution. Yeah, which means that they're parallel. So what is our answer here? Find your order pair. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 3, -5, right? Now, can you check this in your calculator? Yes, you could go to y equals, put both of these in, hit graph, and then what do you press? Second trace. Have y'all ever done that? Second trace 5, enter, enter, enter. You can actually graph both of these in your calculator. Do that real quick. Go to y equals. Put in x minus 8. And then on the second line, put in -2x plus 1. Okay, once you get both of those in, x minus 8 and -2x plus 1, hit graph. Now, first you need to check, make sure your graph looks like the one that you graphed, does it? Okay, now press second, press trace, it's at the top, press 5, and then press enter 3 times. And then down there at the bottom, you're going to see intersection. Do y'all see that? And it will tell you where they intersect. So you can check all of your systems by putting them in the calculator. That's good to know for your, say, test, right? Okay, but the key is, especially with my foundation students, if you have to solve for y, you can't mess up solving for y. Because if you put it in the calculator wrong, it's going to give you the wrong answer. Alright, any questions on that? Y'all remember that? Okay, what about if you have to solve for y? Let's look at number 3. Huh? Yeah, you're going to have to get y by itself. So you're going to have to, on the first one, that's what you have to make sure before you start graphing. And a lot of times it's not that students can't graph, it's that they mess up on the algebra part. So you're going to move the 3x, add 3x, add 3x. So what is your linear equation? Y equals, okay, so we're going to graph that in a minute. Now let's do the second one. -x plus y equals -2. What do we need to move? So add x. So y equals x minus 2. Alright, now we can graph it once you get it solved for y. So actually, you could put these in the calculator right now, hit second trace 5, enter, 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 and you will already know what your answer needs to be before you even graph it. Okay? So I'm going to graph it, and y'all could be checking it. if you want to in the calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What's our slope? 3. Alright, we can't go up and right, so you can go down and left. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then 1, 2, 3. It's really hard to see this. 1, 2, 3, 1. And the more you have, you need to be really accurate if you're graphing systems because they won't cross the right place. Of course, you'll have your calculator so you can check it. What am I supposed to be getting for the answer? Does anybody? Okay, so it's going to be down here somewhere. All right, let's see if I graphed it right. All right, so the second one, your y-intercept is -2. And then my slope is 1. So I can go up and right 1, but I always say if you're running away from the other line, then do the opposite. What's the opposite of up and right? Down and left, down and left, and I would keep doing that until I intersected the other line. So it looks like it's going to be right there, which is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what y'all said, right? So your answer is -5, -7. Okay? Alright, let's do one more. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and graph this one because it's off for a while. So start at 2, and then you're going to go down or up? Down 1, right 2, because it's negative. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Or instead of going down and right, you could go up and left. Okay? And draw your line. One of my little points was off a little bit. It'll be okay. Alright, what about the first one? You have one step to do on that one. What do you need to do? Subtract? So, oh, no, 2 steps, right? So you get y equals 2y equals -x plus 4. Now what do you got to do? Divide by 2. Okay? So that's going to be y equals -1/2. Now, if they have the same slope, what does that mean? They could be the same line or they could be parallel. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. So it looks like they are exactly the same, right? Because if you started at 2, went down 1/2. Or look at your equation. They're exactly the same. So if they're on top of each other, what's your answer? They touch how many times? Yeah, infinite solutions, or many solutions. Remember, if they're the same line, they're many or infinite. That little infinite symbol is that, isn't it? Okay, so if they touch, if they're on top of each other, they're many. If they're parallel, then they never touch, so it would be no solution.